Now today we're checking out the all-new ZooZ Ultraflex 1200, the balance between 80s BMX aesthetic, today's e-bike technology in one package, and it is massive. This is the biggest, baddest one that they offer, and I'm so psyched to have this thing up on the channel. I'm going to be doing an overview, a hill test, a speed test, a brake test, and even want to get this thing to the skate park to put up against other electric BMX bikes here in a coming video. With that being said, this video is not sponsored by ZooZ, but we do have a video sponsor for today, Phantom Wallet. Today's video is sponsored by Phantom Wallet. Phantom has wallets that can fit any budget, any style, have RFID protection, and come with a lifetime warranty on all models. Whether you want something simple, slim, and on a budget like the Phantom S that can add accessories like a money clip, coin holder, or an AirTag, or if you want to have something a bit more high-end like the Phantom X that is all aluminum and can add accessories like a coin holder, cash holder, ID holder, silicone band, and more, or if you want to go full minimalistic like the Phantom C MagSafe wallet that can attach to your iPhone, all great options to keep you organized and minimalistic on a budget. Thanks again for Phantom Wallet for sponsoring today's video. So right now the ZooZ Ultraflex 1200 retails for $32.95, and if you use code MIKEFEDE at checkout, you'll get another $150 off of your purchase. Now let's break down the specs of this bike and see what this bike has to offer. Starting with the frame. The frame is made out of 4130 chromoly and comes with the patented Ultraflex suspension that is a dual coil over shock system with adjustable preload and rebound that gives you 65 millimeters of travel. The fork is a dual crown air fork with adjustable compression and rebound, giving you upwards of 85 millimeters of travel. The bars are a traditional style BMX bar with mushroom grips, thumb throttle, display, and hydraulic brakes, which we'll talk about momentarily. The stem is a front load stem and is proprietary to ZooZ and has a built-in headlight that gives a wide stream of light. The saddle is nicely padded and long enough to carry an extra passenger. The drivetrain is a single speed setup with 170mm ZooZ branded cranks that you can pedal like a traditional bike with no resistance from the motor. Speaking of the motor powering the Ultraflex 1200 is a 52-volt 750-watt motor that peaks to 1800 watts and is being powered by a 25 amp hour 1300 watt-hour battery pack using 21700 LG cells. With all that power, you'll be able to reach a top speed of over 30 miles per hour and a maximum range of upwards of 45 miles. With a top speed of over 30 miles per hour, you're going to need to be able to stop quickly. The brakes on the Ultraflex are hydraulic disc brakes front and rear with 203mm rotors that are attached to 24-inch wheels wrapped with sticky sweet 3.2-inch puncture-resistant tires. With all of that being packaged up, it weighs in at 85 pounds and has a max payload weight of 350 pounds. Now that brief overview is out of the way, let's get straight into the speed test and brake test. Now ZooZ claims a top speed of over 30 miles per hour on the Ultraflex. Now I did lock out the front suspension to see if we can get that top speed. I'm going to be going through all 5 pedal assist levels, but first let's see what the top speed is right now on throttle only, and we're going to be jumping straight into a brake test. So with that being said, let's hit start, and we're off. This motor is so quiet compared to any other motor I've had. This motor is so silent. Right now it says 22 on their display, 25, we're reaching 24 just about, there we go. 25, 26, 27, 28, creeping up there. There's over 30 right there. See if we tuck a little bit. 31. 31 seems to be our top speed. We're going to do our brake test in 3, 2, 1. Oh my God. These brakes work so good, but I did forget. See this bike, Eddie had this bike first, and he switched the back brake on the right, or back brake on the left from the right, and yeah, that's a bit confusing at first if you're not used to it. I didn't want to slam on the front brake and have a problem. So it was a little bit further in braking distance than I was expecting, but I mean, we did 31.2 miles per hour in a distance of 1,665 feet in 45 seconds with an average speed of 25.6 miles per hour. That's pretty impressive. I'd say the braking distance is roughly about 50 feet, which is to be expected with a bike that you're traveling at such a high rate of speed. So yeah, let's get back over there and do all 5 pedal assist levels and see what the top speed is on each. All right, let's do this again. We are in pedal assist level 1. Just pedaling, no throttle. A little bit of kick right there. See, there is no gear, so it's just gonna be a single speed. It's gonna be my gradual speed right here. It seems to be 7.8 miles per hour. 8 miles per hour if I put a little bit of my own power into it. Let's kick it up to level 2. Level 2 gives us a little bit of a kick, reaching 10 miles per hour. Level 3. Level 3, a little jump there. 11.6 miles per hour, 12 miles per hour. Level 4, there's a big jump right there. hitting just shy of 15 miles per hour. There it is, 15 miles per hour. Level 5, and this will be the full speeds. I mean, you're gonna find yourself mainly ghost pedaling because once you get to that top speed, you're not really gonna be able to keep up with it. It seems like we're roughly around 18, 19 miles per hour. Not bad. So now we've reached the hill test with the ZooZ UltraFlex. And like I said earlier, this is a single speed bike. There are no gears. And if you found yourself riding up a hill, you might find yourself using pedal assist 1 through 5, but you basically would just be ghost pedaling like I showed you in the speed test. So this hill test is only going to be on throttle only, and I want to see how fast I can get up this thing. Plus, I'm really curious to see how well this thing takes the corners with the suspension. So with that being said, let's get down to the bottom and start this hill test. All right, let's do this hill test in throttle only. I'm not gonna do the pedal assist just because when you get a bike like this, you're gonna find yourself using the throttle, I'd say 98% of the time. If you're pedaling this, it's just because you kind of just wanna move your legs. So with that being said, let's get up this hill in throttle only. 3, 2, 1, we're off. Smooth take up. This motor is so quiet. I mean, I know I said this earlier, but this thing is pretty incredible in my opinion. Real smooth take up. Speedometer says we're at 22 miles per hour. Suspension is so plush, nice. And then that first turn, oh, you can take these turns so fast too because the suspension really takes it in. Back up to 22, 23 miles per hour. Got to slam on the brakes. Gonna do a tighter turn this time. See how she feels. Nice. Last hill here. Still got some torque, still moving. 15 miles per hour. 18 miles per hour. Suspension is so nice. Hell yeah. Feels good. Let's rip it down the trail, see how fast we can get this thing.
So at the end of the day, the ZooZ UltraFlex 1200 was actually so much fun to ride. The standover and reach on this is perfect for me being 6 foot tall. So if you're under 6 foot, you might have a hard time reaching with your tippy toes on the ground. Do keep that in consideration. So you might want to look at one of their other models and that one might fit you a little bit better. Some of my favorite features obviously would be how well the brakes work. The fact that this thing ate the hill up, no problem. Top speed of 30 miles per hour. The hub is so silent. Literally the quietest rear hub motor I've ever ridden, ever had on this channel. Listen to this thing. All you hear is the freewheel. That's all you hear. This thing is literally stealth mode. So with that being said, if you're interested in this bike or any other ZooZ bike, click the link in the description below. If you have any questions about these bikes, put those comments below. If you guys are interested in today's video as sponsor, definitely click the link in the description below for that as well. If you guys like this video, drop a like. If you love it, hit the subscribe button, and I'll catch you in the next one.